Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is Career Chats. Jennifer Herrit. I'm with the College of Liberal Arts and Career Services, and let's get this party started. We're talking about what employers want to see with a new hire. There's a lot of information going on, and with our new laptop language and our virtual world, we have to really start to accommodate what employers want to see from employees in the future. So I have a little PowerPoint for you guys, and I'm going to run through it with you. Since we've been in quarantine, a lot of the career services team members have been talking with employers and virtual hires and what employers really want to see out of these new hires, because whether we like it or not, we're in this laptop lifestyle for the inevitable future. We just don't know when employers are going to start hiring full concrete employers anymore, employees. So talking to them, what they want to see from the new hires, what they want to see from these new graduates and students, we're going to compile into this PowerPoint for you guys. So let's get started. I'm going to screen share my PowerPoint and let's get this party started. All right, we're going to screen share this. Don't know why that's on there. Okay. So the career workshop, what's a virtual employee? What do employers want to see? So, and I don't know why. There we go. So doing some research, within the Fortune 500 companies, 9 of them hire 50% remote employees. This is what we're talking about when it comes to this new laptop lifestyle. How do you hone those skills? What skills are they? What do employers want to see? So employers really want to see both soft skills and hard skills. So you ask, what are those skills? What are the soft skills? What are the hard skills? So the soft skills are going to be, showing leadership, teamwork, working in groups, which we'll talk about how to do that virtually in just a second. What is your work ethic? You have to actually put that into motion. You can't just show up every day like you would as a concrete employee. Can't just be punctual and show up every day at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whenever you're supposed to be there, take your 1 hour lunch and whatnot. They don't get to see the behind the scenes. So how do you show them your work ethic through your work? And what are those interpersonal skills? How do you communicate with others? How do you get things accomplished? How do you blend and gel with your team? That's what they want to see. Those hard skills, and whether we like it or not, going in the future, you're going to have some accounting knowledge, some computer software capabilities, marketing, and finance. Those come down to what's the greater good for your employer. How do you save them money? How do you save them money through saving time and resources? You're going to have to know those skills, at least have some of them. So if you don't have any accounting experience, start doing some research, start looking online, figure out what that company does and how do they make their money? How can you save them money? How can you be more resourceful and efficient to save them money? What products can you research to possibly use to save them money? Those are all part of those hard skills. So let's continue on. Let's see. So what employers want, and these are kind of what I found from talking to employers by reading online and then talking to the employers, kind of refreshing to see what they say. So really it comes down to being self-motivated, self-disciplined, effective communication, being result-oriented, resourceful, and technologically savvy. And I think I wrote technically savvy, but it's technologically savvy. So there's your attention to detail right there. Do that. So what do all these really mean in terms of hiring an employee? So let's break it down. Having effective communication, being an effective communicator, this is going to be both written and spoken. So what translates to your presentation skills have to be good. You don't have to be stuffy. You don't have to be on point constantly, but you have to be a real person and you have to effectively communicate what you're trying to say. So the best thing you could do, it's kind of like what I'm doing now, outline what you want to say and how you want to communicate it. And customer service is always on point, whether that's with your teammates, your customers, your employer. Know that you have to be on your A game with the way that you communicate. It has to be effective, and it has to be personal, and it has to be for the greater good. Customer service is something you'll learn throughout your entire life, and you can never have enough. It's adjusting to your employer. If you learn from your mistakes, if you make a mistake, how do you fix it? How do you communicate that you made a mistake, and how do you go about fixing it effectively, communicating that, and then doing the good job to fix it? Those are all just basic things. Let's see. So result oriented. What do your employers need? What do they want? What do they want to see from you? Having this laptop lifestyle, you might not wake up every day at 7 o'clock and get ready. You might just wake up at 8. Your presentation might not be until noon, but what are you going to do ahead of time? How are you going to manage your day, manage your time, know what they want, how to deliver it properly, have the outline ready, know that you've gotten all the work done, you've collaborated with your team, you've solved this problem, and now you have to deliver these results. So all of it's going to come full circle. Every single one of these skills that these employers want to see is going to come full circle. And you have to drive towards results. Make sure that you're hitting your goals. Make sure that you've hit all your assessments. Make sure that you're communicating openly with your employer to know exactly what they want, that you stay on task with it, and you deliver results. So part of that is speaking with your boss, with your team, with your colleagues to clearly define the objectives. If you don't know, ask them questions. Ask them questions to make sure that you know what the goals are. And if you run into a problem, try to fix it first. Try to go on the internet. Try to hit your team up, hit your colleagues, hit other people that you know in your field. Solve that problem so that you don't have to keep going back to your employer and saying, I have a problem, I can't fix it. Try to find it. Try to hit those results. Try to hit those goals. Because what you'll find is in this new age that most virtual employees are not micromanaged, but they do expect open communication. It's really good to start communicating with your team, with your employer, make sure they know where you are on your tasks, make sure that you're hitting those goals, and that you can just strive to hit those results. Okay. Resourcefulness. Okay, so know yourself, hone your skills, and constantly be improving. So that translates to what can you do to have better results? Be more resourceful. So there's plenty of assessments you can take online. I know the Career Center offers assessments every semester. We're going to be doing that in the fall. It's going to be virtual. So if you need help with that, come see us, send us an email. We can help you find those good assessments to figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are. If it's a weakness, always try to improve it. If it's a strength, hone it, hone those skills. It makes you more viable for that employer, makes you a better hire. So be flexible, be punctual. If you know you have a meeting, be on time, be early, be flexible. If they need you to jump in and help with another project, be flexible. You have a lot of skills. So use those skills, jump in when you can, work as a team and collaborate. And if you do make a mistake, learn from those behaviors, learn from what got you to that point where maybe it was time management, maybe it was you didn't hit the right assessment, maybe it was you used a different product. Learn from those past behaviors, learn from those mistakes, and always try to keep getting better. If you know that you're a procrastinator, work on it. If you know that you're unorganized, try to work on it. Those past behaviors that don't compete with you, or let's see, what's the word I should use? They're not compatible. If you know that you're a procrastinator, you put things off, start working to adjust that. If you know that you do better in the morning, start waking up earlier. You do better at night, adjust and keep being flexible, keep honing those skills and learn from all those behaviors. Because working independently, working from home, there is this work-life balance. You can't be working all the time, but you can't be living all the time. You have to kind of find that balance. So working on that always helps. Learn your limitations. Okay, technology savvy. So you can always learn more. Everyone's coming up with new platforms, new infrastructure to create more effective employees, more effective communications. So work on it. And that translates to build new skills, get certifications. And there's a lot of CRMs, which is what the digital world is kind of running into. It's CRMs are amazing. They really do bring collaboration with the team, especially virtually, because you're not going to get the same from a Zoom meeting or something like this where you're working with your team that you would if you were in a room face to face working with each other. So you have to really work on those skills. A lot of those can be done through some of these CRMs. And if you don't know what they are, there's 4 right here and they're fantastic. Teamwork, Slack, Airtable, Basecamp, those are all platforms that help people collaborate. Most of those are working in real time. So as your colleagues and your teammates, your boss, whoever it is going in and making changes or updating their information, it's all coming to you in real time. So it's a good platform to use. Slack is great. You can go in and put in PDFs. You can go in and put in little chats that you're working with. Airtable's good. We use Airtable. If you don't know them, check them out. Some of these, like Salesforce and stuff, you can get certifications. And why not? I mean, you can get a certification in HubSpot. If you're in that field, start looking to see which of these platforms offer certification, because you're going to need to put that in your resume, on your LinkedIn profile. Whatever sets you apart and shows that you could be a really great virtual employee, you need to start doing some research, start getting some knowledge. Even if you can kind of navigate through it, it's going to help. It's really going to help. And I keep looking at my screen. I don't know why. I keep looking at myself. I should be looking right here. Okay. So when you go through all of these, we see if we can back up. So self-motivated, self-disciplined, effective communicator, results-oriented, resourceful, technologically savvy, all of this really translates to, let's go back, to those soft skills. You start doing the research, start checking out these CRMs, these platforms. It's really going to help you set yourself apart. If you need help putting them on your LinkedIn and on your resume, call us. We can help. We're doing a resume drop all summer long. We're going to keep it probably for the fall because we're doing a lot of stuff virtually. We will be in the offices, but we'll still be able to communicate via Zoom. We're still going to do the resume drop. Drop us your resume, drop us your cover letter. Let us know how we can help. If you've worked on a project, you've shown leadership, you've shown you can work as a team, especially over the summer when everything's been virtual. Let me know. We'll show you how to put that on your resume, on your LinkedIn page to show those skills. If you've started doing that, hone in on it. Show me your project. Show me something that you worked on, even if it's for a class. You have it. Let's start putting it on your LinkedIn page because employers are going to start looking at LinkedIn. They're still posting jobs on LinkedIn. Everyone I talk to says that they are still on LinkedIn. They're still perusing it, looking for viable hires. A lot of these new jobs are remote. We put out our newsletter. Every job posting I put in there was a remote job. They are out there, but everyone's going for them now, and everyone's a good candidate. Set yourself apart, build those skills. Start with those assessments. If you need some help, we know some good ones. We offer them in the fall. We offered them this past fall and the spring. So let us know how we can help you. So Facebook is a good thing. And I know that a lot of the college students don't have Facebook, but you have to understand that a lot of your employers, especially those that are hiring, are on Facebook. So if you don't have a Facebook page, get one, keep it professional. It can be a little bit looser than the LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very professional. Facebook, you can kind of show a little bit more of your personality on it. Get on that and start liking the pages that your employers or future employers support. Go on there and see what the talk is, see what the chatter is, see what they're posting. It's like a crossover between LinkedIn and Twitter, if you will, especially for those employers. Check out LinkedIn. If you don't have your LinkedIn profile started and it's not at the professional level that you want, let us know. We're here to help you. We'll still be doing headshots this fall. So if you don't have a good headshot, if you don't have a good headshot, you need to come and see us. So build any of your remote work into your resume and LinkedIn profile. We talked about that. And a lot of these, when you start to get into the hiring process, they're going to give you a test run. They might give you a project, they might give you a scenario, and they want to see how you're going to react to it. So be ready. Be ready with your customer service. Be ready with some of these CRMs and these platforms that you know. Do the best you can do. And if you need help and if you run into an obstacle, let us know because we're here to help you. And by all means, when you start to have your interviews and you start to have these meetings, it's really important to make sure you've set the scene. Make sure you have good lighting. Make sure there's good lighting. They can see your face. Make sure that you're still in your professional gear. Make sure that things are done, because they're going to start asking you to talk to other employers. You might have to go and talk to a boss. You might have to talk to someone else or even a customer, and you have to be at your A game. So customer service is always on. Attention to detail, like you'll notice, not the best example because my clock is always wrong. I still haven't fixed it, but I'd like to put my head in front of it so that people don't notice. But if I have every meeting and my clock is wrong, it's not the best sign. So work on details, small details. Right now you can see my face. Might be better if I just turn on a lamp, because you might be able to see my face a little bit more clearly. You want to be able to make sure they can see your eyes, make sure they can see your mouth, make sure your internet connection is good. Those are all the basics. So sum it up is to make sure that you are still doing work, doing research for yourself. Make sure that you can be the best employee that you can be. Make sure that you're kind of getting outside your box. If this is your major, make sure that you kind of expand that box, because employers are going to want to see some of those hard skills. Make sure that you know what the company is doing that you want to get, that you just started working with, that you want to get hired by. Make sure that you know what is their overall goal, what's their mission statement, what do they want to see, how can you drive success within that company. So, and that starts by driving success within yourself. So if you have any questions, you want to know more about some of those CRMs that I mentioned, give us a call. You can find us at hirecla@auburn.edu and hit the website. You can post on Facebook, you name it, you can get in touch with us. I'm going to make sure that we didn't have any questions because my phone always closes during this chat. So I'm going to look and see. And we didn't. So we're here. We're here to help you, and we're CLA and we're Career Services. Thanks for your time. So now I got to stop share. All right. Have a good day, everybody.